This is EAGLEAL, and today we're going to talk about Devontae Smith. He's speaking on the locker room vibes, and it seemed just fine. Also, Jalen Hurts, his top op, speaking again. Lastly, Jordan Davis might have spilled the beans when we should see Jalen Carter again, but let's get straight into it. All right, man, before we get straight into it, it was a lot of media, press conference with the players, and Jihaad Campbell, he spoke about his situation, not seeing any snaps, decrease in snaps, and honestly, he seemed positive, but let's hear from Jihaad Campbell.
Everybody got, opportunities. The door opens for them, and I think the biggest thing is just having to be ready, right? I mean, that's what I'll say about myself. Like, I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about how can I get better in individual periods? How can I get better in team periods? How can I get better by my coach coaching me or by other players helping me out and just learning and growing, right? And like I said, man, I think, it's all about whenever the opportunity presents itself, you know that you're prepared enough to the point where you're going to play up to that standard that of the expectations of whatever it is. So.
But still, I like his attitude, and I like even how Vic Fangio approached it. Like, look, they was running the ball a lot. That's why we ain't really see Jihaad Campbell at all. But, he'll get some snaps. He will get some snaps. He's really good, but I've seen this coming, to be honest. When we got Jalen Phillips and when Brandon Graham came back, I'm like, okay, he's obviously not going to get any more playing time at the edge. And the Kobe Dean, he had his one bad game against the Bears, but it was a whole unit thing. But overall, Kobe Dean has been great. So it's like, damn, where do that leave Jihaad Campbell? Jihaad Campbell is now starting to look like more of a future guy. Like maybe when, Zach Bond, his contract is up, in another year or so. He got a 3-year, but really 2-year. We know how that last year go. And then the Kobe Dean is more of, do he get the bag somewhere else? Do he accept our bag? But then, you got Jihaad Campbell coming up. We just got a good problem. And y'all know me how I feel about Trotter Jr. I think he's really good. He's really solid. He can start in multiple, teams, on multiple teams. So we just got a good group. We got a good problem at linebacker. But Jihaad Campbell at one point was, in the talks of Defensive Player of the Year. You just don't let that guy sit on the bench. You just don't. So we see how it work out this next game. But the Chargers, I will say this. As much as everybody talk about Justin Herbert, they like to run the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Jihaad Campbell as much as we expect because they're going to try to run the ball. Their teams out there probably believe that's the formula. Run the ball, run the timeout. The Eagles don't really got an offense, so they not going to really get none going. So we could score off them drives. That's the formula to beat us, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully this team, we're going to stop the run. Hopefully, man. And let's talk about Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis might have spilled the beans on when Jalen Carter will be back. And let me go ahead and play the tape.
Again, everybody on the defensive line we expect to eat. And, just not having them, it's just kind of, it's kind of like a missing piece. You always want to be loaded at every position, but at the end of the day, we have to go out there, we have to stand up for ourselves, and we have to go out there and execute. And I'm not worried about the execution part. This is the team that we have, this is the mentality that we have. We'll go out there and execute every game, but, it's just going to be for the 2 weeks or however long it takes for him to get back and recover, it's going to be sad a little bit.
Yeah, and you guys have, obviously.
He said about 2 weeks and 2 weeks. Whatever he come back. So I think we see Jalen Carter probably 2 to 3 weeks because they not putting him on IR. So probably in the next 2 games we gonna see him. And we got like the Raiders and the Commanders. This Chargers, Raiders, Commanders. I don't know. I'm going off the top of my head, but those are winnable games without Jalen Carter. We should be able to beat the Raiders without Jalen Carter. And I think it's the Commanders or is it the Bills? I can't remember. I'm sorry. Just let me know in the comments. But they are winnable games coming up. You should be able to win without Jalen Carter. But Jordan Davis, all in all, he sounds confident. Like they should still be able to get something going without Jalen Carter. They should. I like Marvel Drummo. I like Jordan Davis himself. We see what Byron Young can do. We see what Ty Robinson can do. Ty Robinson even spoke about getting more playing time, and he sound really positive. If I find the clip, I'll play it right here.
Now than maybe earlier in the season.
Well, definitely, you know, I didn't know nothing coming into the season, right? But, you know, being around the guys for, you know, halfway through the season, I definitely feel like I've grown as a player. And, you know, obviously I feel a little bit more ready. But, you know, it's a challenge, and I'm not going to back away from a challenge, and I'm going to take what I can with it.
Are there certain things you feel you have gotten better at since that training camp?
I mean, I guess everything, just the kind of aspect of building up the player that I am, you know, with the awesome people in this building, being able to put in extra work with them, and, you know, just to see that continued growth. So, you know, time to put it to the test.
As you work to build your game, do they kind of focus you on certain things week in and week out, or is it like collective growth?
Kind of both. You know, the player dev here, you know, they've done an awesome job with helping us, especially rookies, like set goals during kind of these phases of the season. And then, you know, every week I kind of like to have my own, you know, 1 to 2 things I'd like to work on for that week to improve.
Is there
Ty Robinson sound positive. I know a lot of you guys was in the comments on me like, how can you say you could be concerned about Ty Robinson? It's because we seen rookies get shots, right? We seen Moro Jomo get a shot. He showed flashes as a rookie. Obviously, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter. A lot of these rookie guys got shots, even a minimum amount of like 10 snaps or so. Some even started. Whereas though with Ty Robinson, he's a healthy scratch. He's not getting any playing time. So that let me know he's just a raw talent. There's nothing wrong with that. But Moro Jomo was a 7th round pick, and he still found the way on the field. Ty Robinson is not finding the way on the field. He should be able to beat out Byron Young for playing time, but he's really not. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but he should be able to beat him out, even as a rookie. I'm sorry, he should be able to do it. So hopefully Ty Robinson step up in the highway, because I liked him in Nebraska. I really liked him in Nebraska, but NFL level so far, it's nothing to judge because I haven't really seen him, and we don't get practice. Like, we can't see the practice, so I'm just going off like, well, if he's not on the field, maybe something don't look right in practice. I don't know. I just simply don't know. So, but hopefully Ty Robinson take advantage of this. Let's hear a word from my sponsor. Underdog just dropped the prediction markets with spreads, totals, and team outcomes. And the best part is you can combine them with player picks for bigger multipliers. Sign up today with code EAGLEAL and make a $5 fantasy entry to get $100 in fantasy bonus entries. Prediction markets are now live in 25 states, including Texas, California, and Florida. And Underdog is available in over 40 states with player picks and draft games. Prediction markets, player picks, all on Underdog. All right, man. Jalen Hurts op is back talking. Not the one, not the Eskin guy that's in Philly. We know that's Philly business. But it's that guy named, what's his name? Phil Simmons or something like that. Chris Simmons. He's back talking again. He was quiet. He's back again. He's like, I told y'all this 18 years ago when of course I'm being facetious, but I told y'all this like 2-3 years ago that Jalen Hurts can't do these things. But since then, Jalen Hurts been all pro at one point when you said he wasn't a top 32 quarterback. Jalen Hurts been to multiple Pro Bowls, won the Super Bowl, was a Super Bowl MVP, but now you're spinning the block because the offense don't look the same, and it's obvious the common denominator that's changing is the offensive coordinator. He get a good offensive coordinator, great things happen. He get a bad one, bad things happen. I don't know how he can't put these conclusions together. I know Kevin Patullo, when you see that name or the casual fans see that name, they're not going to click on that video, but they see Jalen Hurts. They might click on that video. So let's hear what his top op had to say.
Blaming the coaches, and the blame deserves to be on the quarterback, and that's it. This is why you heard last week and the week before from Philadelphia beat writers that have been there forever, Seth Joyner, all these people that, you know, there's a lot of unhappiness in the organization about the quarterback. The quarterback won't play the game in the pocket. The quarterback has hijacked the offense and won't let them run certain plays. I've been saying this for 2 years. Right now, people are starting to realize, and I'm not just saying it, I know it. I've been told by people that are there now, people that were there and left. Nick Sirianni didn't get this job because they went, man, you only have 5 plays in your offense. We want you. We want you. They run a limited offense because of the quarterback.
That's his op. That's definitely his op, man. And I don't know why he hates Jalen Hurts. I simply don't. He just don't like him. He don't like him for whatever reason. I know some people that share the same skin color as me might go to the other way, but I can't go that way. I won't go that way. So I see him big up like Lamar Jackson and stuff like that. So I really can't go that way. Whatever it is with Jalen Hurts and him, I don't know. I just simply don't know. But Jalen Hurts keep proving them wrong, man. It took him to we in week like 14. He was quiet for a whole year. And he's back. He's back. His top op is back talking. Jalen Hurts gonna eventually prove these guys wrong, man. It's just gonna happen. Oh yeah, before we wrap this one up, I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta talk about Devontae Smith and how everybody's panicking, but he's not. And let me go ahead and roll the tape.
It can be loud, but what's the feel as you head into a new week, coming off those 2, but obviously hoping to get better?
Feel like I feel every week. No, ain't no panic in here, no overreacting in here. That's all outside.
Devontae, we got kind of a closer.
I love it. I definitely love it. Devontae Smith, he's like, look, we good. No panic in this locker room. And we're going to go out there and play. It shouldn't be no panic. Cowboys lost. You still got a 90+% chance of winning the NFC East and breaking a curse. But you got to handle business. That's the thing with the Eagles. They got to handle their business. They handle their business, they'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. But that's all I got for you guys today. You hear my voice, man. I'm getting a lot better. Man. Hopefully Monday I should be able to live stream. The fever is down. Stuffy nose still there. My throat pulse is still a little raspy, but I'm a lot better. And the flu is over, or at least it's almost over. And that's all I got for you guys today, man. And I didn't go over the injury report. To me, it was the obvious not to go over because I'm shooting this video late. The official report, who's in, who's out. If I had to guess, I will believe it'd be Lane Johnson out, Jalen Carter. I think everybody else play unless something happens during practice. I hope that doesn't happen, knock on wood. But that's all I got for you guys, man. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Enjoy your Saturday. Sorry for being late, but Eagle Out just needed a little rest. Just a little bit more rest. You know, I was burnt out a little bit, but we back. And this is Eagle Owl. I'm up.